Let's talk about some Marvel shows. Welcome back, guys, it's the Raw Geek here. Yes, I thought I'd bring you this news. If you hadn't already seen it yourself, you probably have, but there is some news regarding some TV shows that are Marvel based, and this dude might be giving you a bit of a clue as to what one of the shows is about. Now, first of all, we're going to talk about some Marvel shows that are going to be on Hulu. Hulu! Now, you may be wondering, why are they coming to Hulu and not just going to Disney Plus streaming service? Now, we know that the shows that were on Netflix have basically been cancelled. Nearly all of them have been. We expect the others to be cancelled and not renewed as well. And the thing about the Disney Plus streaming service is they probably want to keep it fairly PG, fairly family friendly. But these Hulu shows that we're going to talk about first are more sort of adult themed. They're kind of like adult humour and that kind of thing. And Hulu is really a Disney streaming service because, as you can see here, it's a joint venture. The Walt Disney Company holds 30% stake, and Fox holds 30%, Comcast holds 30%. It's one big club, isn't it, really? I mean, Walt Disney are currently trying to merge, acquire, merge, whichever we want to talk about it, really, Fox. So technically you could argue that soon they'll have 60% stake, which is a complete controlling, amount of stakes in Hulu limited liability companies. So, and that is actually good news for some other reasons, to do with Alien and the fact that Bob Iger said that Fox could still have rated R type of stuff on it, even though technically it's Disney. So that helps with that, but we're not talking about Alien at the moment, we're talking about Marvel. And so it means they can have more adult themed Marvel shows on Hulu, and these are going to be animated. So we've got 5 confirmed shows that are going onto the Hulu streaming service, which, by the way, isn't available in UK, so I'm not sure if they're going to get that fixed soon, or if you have to use a VPN if you're in UK. Seems a bit harsh. But anyway, we've got confirmed Hitmonkey, and Hitmonkey's kind of like, not many people know about the character very much, so these kind of characters from left field are a bit better to adapt into animated series, if that makes sense. We've got rumoured that there's the New Warriors. Confirmed is Tigra and Dazzler. So some, ladies. And then here we got some rumours, and this is just, and shout out to all the online places I get some of this information from. It's kind of people thinking that maybe the Netflix shows that are cancelled could rise like a phoenix from the ashes, maybe not Dark Phoenix, and find life on something else like Hulu. I don't know how much I believe that, because, and also, they could make the shows a little bit less dark and get them on the Disney Plus streaming service if they wanted. But I think the whole rights with Netflix is what the issue is there. Yeah, that's a bit strange one. And then we got confirmed M.O.D.O.K, which is just brilliant. He's such a weird character. He's basically just a big head with these tiny arms and legs. It's just so weird. And in the Marvel Bible, I've got it says that scientists at the Advanced Idea Mechanics needed an organic computer to analyse the cosmic cube. So they mutated one of the agents, George Tarleton, as M.O.D.O.K, the mental organism designed only for killing. And it sounds like this show will kind of be like his life, as though he's not normal, but fairly normal. He's got a family, and it would be like troubles and strifes and that kind of stuff, which is quite a funny take because he's just such a weird looking villain. And as I said about the Netflix shows, potentially rumoured Daredevil. And then we've got confirmed Howard the Duck, and that goes back to the image I was showing earlier. Of course, Howard the Duck was in a movie which George Lucas was involved with, which was kind of a bomb. I mean, I've watched it. I watched it long time ago, and I actually found it, fairly fun. It's quite adult. It's got some sort of sexual themes and that kind of stuff, which again, a reason why it would be on Hulu rather than Disney Plus streaming service. They wouldn't be able to do it justice otherwise. So again, he's a kind of a weird character. We've seen him in the MCU. These shows, I don't think they have any ties to the MCU personally. I can't see how that would work. The MCU is mostly a real universe rather than animated shows, so I don't think they're linked at all, just so you know. But yeah, he was in Guardians of the Galaxy, so that'd be quite funny to have him in there. Rumoured Blade, there was a Blade TV show which wasn't great. Again, it's one of those things, if it's not got the sort of R rating to it and it's not got a high budget, they don't work very well. Like, Blade 1 and 2 were brilliant. It's such an underrated character. I love the character of Blade, and I wish they did more with him. He's so cool, but you kind of need to have that R rating. It needs to be very adult. So if Hulu could make it, push it as adult as they possibly can, then that'd be great. But it's just a rumour. And then confirmed as the Offenders. So like they did with the Offenders on Netflix, with the coming together of all those characters, the Offenders is going to be like a crossover event with Howard the Duck, Tigra and Dazzler, Hitmonkey and M.O.D.O.K. They're all going to be in a show together, and these are mostly going to be comedy shows, so just remember that. And then also they're saying that potentially Moon Knight would come to Hulu. Again, fairly dark kind of character. He's a bit like Batman or Spawn, something like that, so that would be pretty cool to see as well. And in the Bible for Moon Knight, it says, a mercenary left for dead in the Egyptian desert. Mark Spector was found by followers of the Egyptian god Khonshu, don't pronounce that right, who saved his life and gave him superhuman powers. So kind of like the origins of Spawn, a little bit in a way, because he was a mercenary that was sort of killed by his own team. He was turned on, he went to hell, and then they were kind of like, look, you're pretty good at killing people, which is why you're here. Do you want to come back and be, an agent of, hell justice, basically? So it's kind of similar to that. But, he has some tie-ins with, like, the Punisher and Spider-Man and that kind of stuff. So it will be really, really cool to see him if they do it well. And then the last little bit of news I want to tell you about Marvel shows. This one is a Disney Plus streaming show, and it is about the Loki series. There's been some progression with this. Tom Hiddleston's set to reprise his role of Loki, and it's kind of sounding like it's a bit like Quantum Leap. So if we read down here real briefly. So just first of all, they've hired Rick and Morty writer Michael Waldron, so that's pretty cool. He's going to do the first episode at least. I love Rick and Morty. It's really cool with all the parallel universes and all the kind of crazy humour and that kind of thing. So that kind of maybe gives you a bit of a hint as to what this could be, especially if they're saying it's a bit like Quantum Leap. Sources say the show will follow Loki as the trickster and shapeshifter pops up throughout human history as unlikely influencer on historical events. So that'd be pretty cool if he's like turning up somewhere on a battlefield or something like that. Maybe back then, the original timeline, it kind of worked itself out, but he sort of goes to one of the generals, oh, you should hear what he said about you, and it all kicks off because he wants them to do that battle for some reason because it might benefit him or something like that. I'm not sure, I'm not a writer, but it could be something like that, and that sounds pretty funny. Quantum Leap, if you've not seen it, is one of the best TV shows ever, so I do recommend watching it. Essentially he's a time traveller, but he can only travel by leaping into someone else temporarily, and then he tries to fix things that once went wrong and that kind of stuff. Thanks to Loki's long lifespan, the confirmation that Loki will take place in different periods of time really gives it unlimited possibilities, so they can just keep it going for a while. Now this is clearly going to be a prequel to the events of Infinity War, where he kind of met his maker. Well, if you believe he's definitely dead, for sure, but this is a bit earlier on. So are you excited about any of these shows, guys? If so, which ones in particular? Personally, I'm quite interested to see what the Loki show is like, especially because it's clearly canon in a way to the MCU, and I think the character's great as well. And that will about do it for this one. So guys, if you like that, please click like, make sure you subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you on the next video, and I'm going to have to read this because I can't memorise it. Remember, Loki will find himself leaping between historical events, striving to benefit from what once went potentially a slightly different way, hoping that each time his next leap will be the leap that will ensure he doesn't get his neck snapped like a little weakling by some purple guy. Okay, bye. Guys, if you're still here, you're awesome! But as you are still here, why not check out some of my other videos? Oh, and if you haven't already, please click subscribe. Laters, haters.